Osho, I want to just share something with you. Now, as to Maitreya, I can't tell you that he's the false prophet or the Antichrist, or he's in cahoots with the Antichrist or whatever. Until he bears, well, I look at it this way: anybody who does these kind of things, I mean, you should be consciously aware of them. Don't turn your back on them, so to speak, because if you do, you just might be surprised, and it won't be pleasant neither. Now, I understood, and I'm not going to come out and tell which church group it was. I mean, I'll tell you it was a United Pentecostal group, but I'm not going to tell you which ones. This was some years back ago. Now, the way I understood it, these two fellas, they had had some reports of this one dude, and it was believed that it was Maitreya. And that was the way my understanding is. If I haven't got it messed up, but he had this way of compelling people to worship him. And anyway, these guys went out there, church wanted to see what this was all about, who he was, because they thought, well, he might be the Antichrist, or something, because he was claiming to be the Messiah. Alright, so they go out there, and all these people are worshiping, and they said if it wasn't for the fact that they were filled with the Holy Ghost, with God's Spirit, they would have probably been right there worshiping, and that was how strong the compulsion was to do so. Alright, and anyway, Maitreya decided to do some little hocus pocus. He had a dead bird in his hand. I think it was a dove, but a pigeon, dove, about the same thing. Dead bird, a stinky dead bird. And he just puts his hands over like that, and there was a light flash, and then that bird just, flies off. Okay, and then they had this man brought in who was starting to decay, kind of dead, stinky dead, really bad, like over 4 days dead, and anyway, they brought him in, and just a little wave of his hand and muttered something, and next thing you know, this corpse rises up, and the dead guy's screaming, and he's running around like a way a chicken would run with his head cut off. It was just a matter of a few minutes, maybe 1-2 minutes, and then he flops back down dead. Well, anyway, it just made me think, about what you were saying, and I've seen some of those videos online there on this Maitreya, some of them, not all of them, but anyway, the way I see it is a person, whether Maitreya is or is not or whatever, here's the thing. I think a person would be advised to stay prayed up and filled up, because when the real one, Antichrist man, pops out, and it's pretty well made known to everybody, if you're not filled with God's Spirit, if you're not born again, genuinely born again, you're going to worship the Antichrist. You will worship him, because you will not have the strength to resist him. And I advise that you stay prayed up and always be watchful, be on the alert, because if it's not that guy, it's somebody, and I praise it that way, okay, that you need to always be alert. Don't turn your back on the enemy, because he catches you napping, and that's when he's going to catch you. He's going to get you. So don't go napping. Don't go say, we've heard this one, and we heard that one, and we heard this one rising up. Well, the thing is, yes, you have. We've all seen it. We've all heard that. You got false one over here. So far on YouTube, we got like what is it, 4 or 5 messiahs on YouTube who professes it on YouTube. Is it roughly around there? Am I wrong? Somewhere thereabouts, somewhere around 4 or 5. You know, it's like, take a number. You know, they're all messiahs. You know, they're all claiming to be the Christ. You know, so. But the thing is, you cannot never turn your back. Don't go napping on the job, because the real one's going to come up and you're going to be just with that same attitude. And guess what? Bam. You're caught off guard and that's it. So that's just something I wanted to share with you and a little advice. Shalom. Aho. God bless you all.